Welcome back, and this is part 2 of the present simple tense. And I said before we use s at the end of the verb when the subject is singular. Okay, only s? No, I can add es or ies. So the question here is when, and this is the question. I add here es when the verb ends with what? I said ch, sh, x, o, s, or double s. So as I see here, washes, watches, crosses, goes, and mixes. So mix ends with x, and I added what? I added es. So it became mixes. Go ends with o. So when I put goes or go with a singular subject like she, every day she goes to the school every week. They go. Because what? Because they is a plural what? Plural subject. So with the plural subject, the verb is infinitive, and when the plural is singular, so what? We add s, es, and ies. So what I have to add of the three parts or the three here, s or es or ies. The ES here, okay, we add it when A ends with SH, CHX, or O, S, or double S. And here we have the IES. When I have to add IES? When the verb ends with what? Ends with Y, okay, and just only Y, like a play? No. And it should be preceded with what? Preceded with consonant sound. Like what? Like the verb cry here. The verb cry. I see here cries and tries. It is cry. And when I say they cry. The subject is plural, so the verb is infinitive in the present simple. So let's delete this one. And let's add the baby. The baby. So the baby what? Cry? No. Cries. Every day. So cry in the present simple tense should be what? Cries with a singular what? With a singular subject. So we delete the y and add the ies when the verb ends with what? Ends with y, preceded with what? With consonant sound like the r. Okay, so we have here conditions to add the es and the ies. If I didn't define the conditions, okay, I add s. What's that supposed to mean? That means I see here Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed is what? Ahmed is a singular subject. Okay, Ahmed what? Every day. So it's a present simple. Okay, that's good. So Ahmed's here. I say like clean here. I add what? S, es, or is. The verb here doesn't end with ch, sh, x, o, s, double s. So I can't add es. Good. And the verb here doesn't end with y, proceeded with a consonant sound, so I can't eat ies. So now we go to the general rule that I have learned when I was at primary school. So I add s. Okay. So this is the rule of the formation of the verb. When I add s, when I add es, when I add or when I don't have to add anything. So the verb infinitive and the verb with ses and ies. So the formation of the verb in the present simple tense depends on what? Depends on the subject. If the subject is plural, so what? So I don't add anything. I put the verb as it is. in the infinitive form. And if the subject is singular, so the verb ends with s, es, or ies. So if the subject is singular, okay, I will add s, es, and ies. And to know which one of them, I leave the subject and I go to the verb. And I see the first form of this verb, the infinitive, if it is ends with one of ch, sch, os, double s, I add es. If it ends with y preceded with consonant sound, I delete the y and I add ies. If this condition is not fulfilled, and if the second condition with is not fulfilled too, so I add only s to the verb with a singular subject. And this is the second part, the form of the verb in the present simple.